So are you the one who's still adding the Mailchimp subscribers manually? Then watch this video till the end and you'll learn how to do this automatically. So hello all, welcome back to Pabbly, and in this video we are going to understand how to add Google Forms webinar registrations to Mailchimp. So I'm running a edutech company and we regularly conduct webinars, and to collect the registrations for these webinars we use Google Forms. And now what I want is that as soon as we receive a new form submission from that form, I want to create a new subscriber in my Mailchimp so that I can send email campaigns towards my webinar registrants. So to do this, we are going to create a connection between Google Forms and Mailchimp, and we are going to create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language using an amazing automation software which is Pabbly Connect. So if you also want to create this amazing automation for your own business, then for that you have to follow me through the screen. Welcome to my screen everyone. So let's create a connection between Google Forms and Mailchimp. Alright, so to do this I've opened the workflow builder of Pabbly Connect. So if you're an existing user like me, directly open your workflow builder of Pabbly Connect. But if you are a new user, what you have to do is you have to open the landing page of Pabbly Connect, link of which is attached in the description box below. Once you open the landing page, you're going to get the option of sign up for free. Go on sign up for free and you're going to get 100 hours free every month to explore Pabbly Connect. Then come on the dashboard of Pabbly Connect and open your workflow builder and follow me. So this is the most important window of our automation because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger and actions are the two main principles on which our workflow is going to run. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this you can understand that the trigger starts the process and the actions are results towards the same. So we have to click on this add trigger button. For the trigger application we have to search for Google Forms, and when we're going to search for it we have to select it. For the event we have to select new response received and click on this connect. Now we have to copy this webhook URL which we have received and open the Google Forms for which we want to create this automation. So this is the form for which I want to create this automation, and in this form you have to make sure that the last question should be a required one. After doing this you have to go towards this responses, and as you can see I am getting the option of view in sheets because I have already linked my Google Forms with my Google Sheets. But if you haven't linked this, you're going to get the option of link with sheets. Directly click on link with sheets and your sheets will be opened, and we're going to see all the responses which are already made. Now what you have to do is you have to go towards this extensions, add-ons, and then you have to go towards this get add-ons, and now you have to add an extension in this Google Sheet which is Pabbly Connect webhooks. So let's search for Pabbly Connect webhooks, and as you can see I have already installed this extension in my Google Sheets. If you want to install it, simply open it and install it right from here. After installing this you have to refresh your spreadsheet. It is really important to refresh the spreadsheet, otherwise you'll not get the option of this Pabbly Connect webhooks in this extensions tab. Once you get this Pabbly Connect webhooks option, go on this initial setup, and now what we have to do is we have to enter the webhook URL and the trigger column. So the webhook URL is the URL which we copied from the workflow. Alright, so we're going to paste it right over here. So let's paste this webhook URL, and now for the trigger column I'm going to enter my trigger column which is G. So the trigger column will be your final data column on which if the data has added, the whole of that row will be sent towards your webhook URL. So this is the reason why I told you to keep the last question as the required one, because that will be your trigger column. So for me the last question is on G, so I'm going to enter my trigger column as G and click on this submit. And with this we have successfully configured this. This means we have created a connection between Google Forms and Pabbly Connect. But now you have to keep in mind that this button which is send on event should always be switched on. So you have to go towards this extensions, Pabbly Connect webhooks, and switch on this button. It is really important because now whenever we're going to receive a new form submission over here, automatically the details will be sent towards the webhook URL. Now let's do the test submission. For that I'm going to copy the form link, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it in a new tab and do the test submission. So let's open this, and now I'm going to do the test submission. So let's say for the first name I'm going to keep it as smart, last name as user. Now I'm going to move in further. For the email address I'm going to keep it as smart@pabblytudes.com. I'm going to enter the phone number. For the organization I'm going to keep it as PabCon. Now it is saying how did you hear about this webinar. I'm going to keep it as website and click on this submit. Now I've submitted this form, so now let's open our workflow and you're going to see that Pabbly has captured the response for the same. And now using these details I'm going to create a new subscriber in Mailchimp. So let's close this Google form and click on this add new action step. For the action application section, we have to search for Mailchimp. So let's search for Mailchimp and select it. For the event, we have to select add new member with custom fields and click on this connect. If you have already created your connection between Mailchimp and Pabbly Connect, go on this select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, follow me, click on add a new connection, and it is asking me for the token and the data center. So to get this, open your Mailchimp account, go on the profile picture, then you have to go to this profile, and once you come on this profile, you have to go to this extras and then API keys. And once you come on this API keys, you're going to get the option over here. So as you can see, over here are all the API keys which I have already created. All right, so if you wish to create a new key, just scroll down, and over here you're going to see the option of this create a key. So click on this create a key, enter the key name, and let's say I'm going to keep the key name as test, and click on this generate key. Now my key has been created, so we have to copy this key and paste it right over here in this token section. Now for the data center, we have to copy this URL and paste it in this data center, and the data center is after this https:// and before this .admin.com. So you have to just keep this data center and erase the rest of the details and click on this button which says save, and with this we have created a connection between Mailchimp and Pabbly Connect. Now we have to select the audience list and we have to enter these details in order to create a new member inside Mailchimp. But we are not going to enter the details manually by typing it like this, but instead we're going to map it. So you must be wondering what is mapping. So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And when we insert the data from the previous step, automatically our data becomes dynamic and change with every new response received. So I'm only going to map the details which are required. Like as you can see, this email address is required, so I've mapped it. Now leaving this email address, I'm going to map the first name and the last name because I want to add these details. If you wish, you can definitely add more details too. If you wish, you can just enter the email address and move on further. After this, we have to click on the save and send test request, and as you can see, once we click on the save and send test request, we have received the positive response that we have created a new member in Mailchimp. So let's open our Mailchimp, go to this audience section from the left end of the site, and as you can see, the details have been added. And with this, we have successfully completed our workflow, but now I'm just going to test this workflow in real time. So let's say I'm going to fill in the form once again, and I'm going to check that without going back towards our workflow, the details are getting added in Mailchimp or not. So let's fill in this form. For the first name, I'm going to keep it as new. All right, so let's enter new over here. Now for the last name, I'm going to keep it as user only. Now let's move in further. For the email address, I'm going to keep it as user new55@pabblytudes.com. Now let's move in further. I'm going to keep the phone number as this, and now for the organization, I'm going to keep it as Pab. It is saying how did you hear about this webinar. Let's keep it as email newsletter and click on this submit. And yes, you're going to see we have successfully submitted this, and now let's open our Mailchimp and we're going to refresh this list. And now you can see we have 28 total contacts. Now let's refresh this, and you're going to see that the number will turn into 29, and you're going to see the new details have been added, and these details are exactly the same details which we entered during the test submission. And with this, we have successfully completed our workflow, and now whenever we're going to receive a new response from Google Forms, which is as soon as we receive a new event registration, automatically the details will be added over here in my Mailchimp account. And all of this is going to happen in backend. We don't have to come back in again to our workflow. So go and try this amazing automation for your own business too, because right now we are offering a free trial of Pabbly Connect. And while trying, if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. See you in the next video with many more automation tips, everyone. Thank you for watching. So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can connect many more applications. And now if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this URL. And now go try this amazing automation for your own business too, because right now we are offering a free trial of Pabbly Connect.